On the news, Senate to place stringent regulations on chemical importation, plus crowd of people still visit various centers for PVC collection. Hello and good to have you on the news at 7 on Nta Lagos Channel 10. I am S.A. Owamaka. Now the news in detail. A story coming from the Senate indicates that the era of indiscriminate importation and use of chemicals in Nigeria will soon be over. The legislators have passed for second reading the bill that seeks to establish the National Research Institute for Chemical Technology. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Nkwo has the details.
Of agricultural minerals and other raw materials into commercially useful substance has been a challenge to Nigeria's chemical industry. Consequently, Nigeria relies heavily on imported chemicals and its derivatives. This has given rise to poor monitoring and control of chemical elements, especially those used for the production of improvised explosive devices. The Senate is saying this cannot continue unabated. A bill sponsored by Senator Sadiq Umar seeks to improve on research and development in the industry and provide stringent monitoring.
The institute shall be a renowned center of international excellence in fields of effluent monitoring and control, both chemical, biological, man-made fiber technologies.
If you look at our earnings, even some of the raw materials which we have them here, which we can research on them and make them processed here, have been imported.
Our Research Institute for Chemical Technology exists in Zaria. And I thought what could be done is to amend the act of that institute to accommodate whatever is not done there.
The institute, when established, is also expected to establish a national laboratory for the prevention and detection of chemical weapons. But Senator Istifanus Gyang made an observation on this clause.
This component of the bill are functions that are already being handled by other established bodies. And I don't think there will be need to review the mandate of the institute.
So what the committee will do is now look at the mandate of the NARIC in Zaria and look at the intendment of this bill and then match them together and then come out with a legal framework that will give the NARIC in Zaria or whatever name is going to come out with to continue in this research.
But I also agree that there is need to look what the mandate of the existing institution in Zaria is.
The institute, when established, is expected to receive 1.1 billion naira allocation in the first 12 months. Senate has constituted two conference committees. One is the conference committee that will harmonize the reports on the Nigerian Peace Corps and the proliferation of small arms and light weapons prohibition bill. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has urged authorities to deploy additional security personnel to parts of Edo State to tackle kidnapping and other forms of crime. This is coming on the news of the recent kidnap of train passengers at the Gweben train station, some of who have been rescued by security personnel. The motion moved by Representative Segios to order incidents of kidnapping in Ugoneki town on the 9th of January. House members observed with sadness the death of DSP Michael Adams, who lost his life during a rescue operation following a gun duel with the kidnappers, and commended the security personnel for their bravery and sacrifice. The House also requested the setting up of a police mobile force base in Nigerian Army barracks forward operating base to ward off perpetrators of crime around the area. Lagos residents have continued to throng PVC collection centers across the metropolis following the extension of the deadline for collection of permanent voter cards. Our correspondent, who spoke with a cross-section of residents, say many are in high spirits, anxiously waiting to exercise their franchise. The report. In keeping with its promise to ensure that eligible voters are not disenfranchised, the Independent Electoral Commission (INEC) commenced the collection of the permanent voters card on December 12, 2022 in all offices of the Commission throughout the Federation. Since then, registered voters have been turning out in large numbers to collect the PVCs. In Lagos, for instance, some who already have their PVCs maintained that it is important to exercise one's civic rights so as to have the desired.
Of this election, we need especially the youth to come out and collect their PVCs. Do you understand it? I think the youth are not that interested. Some of them registered, but for them to come and collect now is just a problem for some of those who are saying their votes will not. It will count, as INEC has promised with the introduction of the beavers.
The change we desire to make in the country starts from us. We don't have to blame our leaders. If we do our own part, play our own part, do what we're supposed to do, then the change we're looking for is sure to come true.
To ease the PVC collection process, the INEC had further decentralized collection centers to local communities and wards. Despite this, these respondents who are yet to collect their PVCs say the process is still tedious.
I've been to the office. I requested for a lost PVC since a year ago. They still tell me I need to keep coming back. At the office right here on Clegg, I was there on Monday. They say it's not yet available. So that's my civic right. So I'm going to keep going on it until I get it.
The ongoing permanent voters card collection exercise ends on the 22nd January at registration areas and 29th of January at local government levels. You're still watching the news at 7 on Nta Lagos Channel 10. We now take a breather to take some messages. The news will continue shortly. To join us again.
Are you looking for a spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event? Then Nta Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place with about 3,065 capacity. Nta Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding reception, birthday party, church and school end of the year event. Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars or workshops. With just 150,000 naira only, you can use our entire space and also have your event covered and aired on our social diary program, Mary Lane. For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, Nta Lagos Channel 10, Tejiosho, or call our telephone number, Chibuzo 0812 324 5519, Gmo 0803 830-1669. Nta Lagos Channel 10 premises, affordable just for you.
Welcome back. Moving on, in judiciary, Justice Ahmed Ramat Mohammed of the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed a suit seeking disqualification of the All Progressives Congress candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu over the nomination of Muslim candidacy for the 2023 presidential election. The suit, instituted by an Abuja-based legal practitioner, Mr. Sigwe Ahmed Momo, was thrown out by the judge on the ground of lack of locus standi by the plaintiff. Justice Mohammed said that the lawyer, having not been a member of the APC and have not participated in the process that produced Tinubu and his running mate Kashim Shettima, cannot query them on the nominations. The legal practitioner had in suit prayed the court for an order nullifying the candidature of APC and Tinubu from participating in the presidential election on the ground that the nomination of Muslim candidacy is an unconstitutional and against the spirit and letters of Section 14, 15, and 224 of the 1999 Constitution. The lawyer, who claims to be an apostle of the rule of law and social justice, argued that Muslim candidacy run counter to the spirit of national cohesion, integration, and unity. However, in his judgment, Justice Mohammed disagreed with the plaintiff on legal rights to institute the case and dismiss it in its entirety. And in entertainment news, Nigerian skit maker dies in fatal car accident as Joe Boy is set to dazzle listeners with first single in 2023. Ramat Adebayo gives us more details.
We begin on a sad note. Nigerian skit maker Kamal Iliasu, popularly known as Kamal Aboki, has died in a fatal car accident. The Hausa indigenous comedian died on his way from Borno to Kano. During an interview with the BBC, his elder brother Usman confirmed his death and revealed that Kamal's death has left his family distraught and that he will be greatly missed. Nigerian singing sensation Joe Boy is getting ready for the release of his first single of 2023 after establishing himself as one of Afrobeat's hitmakers. After a modest 2022, where his singles underperformed, Joe Boy is set to hit the ground running in 2023. Joe Boy recently stated through his Twitter handle that his head and shoulders above is coexistent when it comes to love song. With his upcoming release, he will be providing proof of his claims. Nigerian international singer Tems set to receive another Recording Industry Association of America certification. According to chart data, Tems' song Aya has surpassed over 500,000 in sales in the United States, making the song eligible for a Recording Industry Association of America plaque. Rising to fame in 2020, after her contribution to Wizkid's song Essence, Tems has continued to bask in the international patronage. She became the first Nigerian artist to debut at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 with feature Wait For You. Single Free Mind spent 21 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, has earned platinum plaque for her song Essence and Wait For You, while also scoring solo gold certification for Free Mind and Aya, which makes her one of the most Recording Industry Association of America certified Nigerian artists. In Lagos, Ramat Adebayo, NTA Entertainment.
Thank you, Ramat. Let's now find out more on Sports Update.
The introduction of volleyball to internally displaced persons camp in Makoyi, Yola has been described as a pathway to help them develop into professional players as instructors assure on consistent monitoring of the prospects.
We have assigned coaches that on a daily basis, the coaches will be here to be taking them on the training.
The game is interesting. I like it. We want government to support us, learn the game.
Rayano Bala reports that training kits were presented to the IDPs as they relished the opportunity provided by the organizers. In tennis, Nigerian-American player Michael Moore set up a thrilling third-round encounter against 12th seed Alexander Zverev at the Australian Open after he secured a hard-fought 4-6, 6-2, 7-6, 6-4, 6-2 victory against Lauren Locoli. The 25-year-old is coached by his father, Tony Moore, who is a former #1 tennis player in the country. In another development, 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal hopes to bounce back in time for the French Open after injury forced him to pull out of the Australian Open. The top seed played through injury in an eventual 6-4, 6-4, 7-5 loss to Mackenzie McDonald on Wednesday. The last time Nadal lost in the second round of the Aussie Open was against Gustavo Kuerten in 2001. Away from tennis, Manchester United take on Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park tonight, days after a 2-1 victory over Manchester City, as the Red Devils on 38 points bid to close the gap on league leaders Arsenal, who have 47 points. With sports updates, Ayodeji, Makinde, NTA News.
And weather forecast across Lagos Metropolis is up next. And that's the size of our package of the English version of the news at 7 on Nta Lagos Channel 10. Thank you for watching. I am Ese Omaka. Do stand by for Benga Oluyide as it brings the Yoruba news translation. Good evening.
Ẹ kú àṣálẹ́ ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ló ń dé sí tí gbọ̀yìn láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Gbénga Olóyèdè ní oníròyìn ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Àwọn ènìyàn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ti rọ àwọn àjọ aláṣẹ tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà kàn ní ẹ̀ka ààbò láti jọ̀wọ́ kó àwọn àjọ elétò ààbò wọn lọ sí ìlú Ẹdó láti lọ kojú àwọn ìwà ìjínigbé àti àwọn ìwà ọ̀daràn òmíràn tó lòdì sí àwùjọ ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Ìgbésẹ̀ náà ló jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú èyí tó wáyé látàrí ìwà ìjínigbé tàwọn èrò inú ọkọ̀ reluwé tó wáyé ní àgọ́ reluwé ẹ̀ka Ìgú Ẹ̀bẹ̀ èyí tí àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò gba àgbàsílẹ̀ àwọn ènìyàn kan. Ìgbésẹ̀ táwọn ènìyàn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin ọ̀hún ló jẹ́ ọ̀kan àbá tó wáyé láti ọ̀dọ̀ Segos Ogu síwájú àwọn aláṣẹ ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin àti láti pe àkíyèsí wọn sí àwọn ìwà ìjínigbé méjì òmíràn tó wáyé ní agbègbè Ìkónẹ́gì ní ọjọ́ 9 oṣù kínní ọdún tí a wà yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ènìyàn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ọ̀hún pẹ̀lú ìbánikẹ́dùn wọn lórí ikú tó pa ọ̀kan nínú ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá Michael Adams tó pàdánù ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ ní àsìkò tí wọ́n du ẹ̀mí là àwọn ènìyàn tí ajínigbé gbé sá lọ. Bákan náà gbé òṣùbà sàdánkátà fún àwọn ọlọ́gbọ́n aláàbò tí wọ́n mú ìdúró ogun wọn jọ̀wọ́ ara wọn ní àsìkò náà. Àwọn ènìyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ni wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní yabo àwọn ojúkò àti gba káàdì ìdìbò alálòpẹ́ káàkiri agbègbè ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Èyí wáyé látàrí bí àwọn àjọ elétò ìdìbò ṣe sún ọjọ́ gbígba káàdì ìdìbò náà síwájú díẹ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn ìlú láti ní àǹfààní gbígba káàdì ìdìbò wọn. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Ese Owamaka tó mú ìròyìn wá sọ di mímọ̀ bí àwọn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó tó fi ọ̀rọ̀ wá lẹ́nu wò ṣe sọ méní méjì ìgbáradì àwọn láti jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú olùkópa ètò ìdìbò ọdún yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀kan nínú àlárere tàwọn àjọ elétò ìdìbò ní láti rí wípé wọn kò fi ẹ̀tọ́ tàwọn ará ìlú dùn wọ́n láti kópa nínú ètò ìdìbò àpapọ̀ tí yóò wáyé láìpẹ́ èyí tí ètò gbígba káàdì ìdìbò náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ 12 ọdún tó rí kọjá lọ káàkiri àwọn ẹ̀ka àjọ tàwọn elétò ìdìbò lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Láti àsìkò oṣù 12 ọdún tó rí kọjá ọ̀hún ní ọ̀pọ̀ yanturu ènìyàn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní túyáyá jáde gba káàdì ìdìbò wọn. Láti lè túbọ̀ mú kí ó rọrùn fún àwọn ènìyàn ló mú àwọn àjọ elétò ìdìbò gbé gbígba káàdì ìdìbò náà lọ sí àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tó súnmọ́ etílé wọn. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ tí a kò bá gbàgbé ètò gbígba káàdì ìdìbò alálòpẹ́ ọ̀hún ni yóò tẹnubípo ní ọjọ́ 22 oṣù kínní ọdún tí a wà yìí. Bákan náà ni gbígba káàdì ìdìbò alálòpẹ́ náà yóò tún tẹnubípo ní ọjọ́ 29 oṣù kínní tí a wà yìí ní àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tí oníkálukú tẹ̀dó sí. Adájọ́ Ahmed Ramat Mohammed ti ilé-ẹjọ́ tìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó kalẹ̀ sí ìlú Àbújá ti túká ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n fi kan olùdíje dupò ààrẹ lábẹ́ òṣèlú APC olóyè Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tó béèrè fún yíyọ kúrò gẹ́gẹ́ bí olùdíje dupò ààrẹ lábẹ́ òṣèlú ọ̀hún látàrí bí ó ṣe yan múmìnì àti múmìnì ẹlẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ láti díje dupò ààrẹ àti igbákejì ààrẹ níbi ètò ìdìbò àpapọ̀ tó ń bọ̀ wá. Ètò ìgbẹ́jọ́ náà tó wáyé láti ọ̀dọ̀ adájọ́ Osigwe Ahmed Momo ti ìlú Àbújá ni wọ́n gbọ́n ẹjọ́ rẹ̀ nù bí èlùbọ́ inú àjọ tí wọ́n sì fún dànù sínú atẹ́gùn tó sì di pẹ̀ntúká ẹjọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni adájọ́ Mohammed sọ wípé adájọ́ tó gbé ìgbẹ́jọ́ náà síwájú ilé ẹjọ́ bí ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé kì í ṣe ọ̀kan nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC bákan náà tí kò sì jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú ènìyàn tó kópa nínú bí wọ́n ṣe yan aṣíwájú Ahmed Tinubu àti igbákejì rẹ̀ Kashim Shettima sọ wípé nípa ìdí èyí kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti fi ẹ̀sùn kan yíyàn wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí a kò bá gbàgbé adájọ́ tó gbé ẹ̀sùn náà wá sílé ẹjọ́ ló rà lé jíjiyàn lórí lílo múmìnì méjì láti dupò èyí tí ó sọ wípé ó lòdì sí ìṣọ̀kan àpapọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ní àkótán ohun gbogbo ètò ìgbẹ́jọ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ adájọ́ Mohammed sọ wípé ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n fi kan olùdíje ọ̀hún ló ti di túká kẹfẹ́. Tọ́ àsùnjí lórun tàṣálẹ̀ ìní ìwénu Bámidélé ti wà níkàlẹ̀ láti mú ìyókùrò ìwà fún ilé èdè Ògùn. Gbẹ̀ngà Olóyèdè ń kí yín ire o.
Omechele minkudo hojayi mokudo asan egbetan ewelili sanlili ho awoto etin to teju eso elimitan yewenu Bámidélé eyin lode ètò gigome yóò mẹyin osen kantole leyin pevi de yi no do yele nono nukona mele do no wa flen yele we do ho didomro na otoga le ni moromro ye dike na mesusu de no wa zona dike na jeje onitin to otoji ni bi o ayimate edoton sin adale me yi to me fin lete eweyin ohode yedo to wenu yeto aisin na do hodo gbon mefifinde wayi to ohun enogbon oganji enesin otile no tete de yeze to igwebe na do figbetole mo jawo ye sodo eso yinu eso wayi ne do yinu yinaka bo yile kasamuro tutu yi lo me we me yi o mo yi to fill up lonu mo jawo me ho ni yin ho le yeze do teto o si to yitan ji na do ko na ganugwengo me do ho lo to ye me to gbe evi etan lo en sagios eso mo ja awe mo nkan ton sojo to fi le ye fin gbetolete to otole yoro oguneki tintome to asan chene to ohwe ehetan osun tintan ohwe etan me iwado diremo na ye ni dikera eye ni dikera alolebi ni nopo na do mo nkan yisin mo ja ye so no vivo me so poro manona ho me to ma so hun na do fun me yin pona DSP Michael Adams de yin me ye de sodo boye hu to hunu ye jona yin me ye finzelete e adona dindo ile dondo mo je de kunna me yin me wazon na do mo jije otin to mele do ye me bi do ye bayi ibo kudo mefo sin ason dagbele wa yete na do mo lo ohuro ye ton pego bodo nu yan ye ton bodo afosin san ye ton po totology na inwe na frin yo lo le so de gbedo ade imo lo o ho da hugbo nothing na oponole to flame mo jawe yo le so yan afun gbere bi na so do ofile na no to so me na mo lo alo ye ton pe nu jago bodo nu yan kan sin alo wazon le ton o filopo na do mo ye di alo ye ton po meyin otovi de no àwọn igbajile weyin yeo men de ton to gbonu na de yi owe ma de yin we ma kreun de do no blavo weyin ohode ye lejo to otogbo me meyin o le chato mi ton ebi oto me na do kan ho bi ogbetole we kan bi oyedo na we nu loto yido mo jan me de e kan ko bi ole le do mlo nu yin nu jagbe na me ni jojale bi de mo tenu ayi tori ohole to yi to tojiwe do ni ye che blavo ofuye tan ma yin here àmọ́ ene chigba yedo ye ni dike bo ayi we ma lo bo dike na ofu bibla yiton ni gona voli na bla to ko heji ro mo nkan yen tin mo ja mele sodo mlo eyin asan le leton na do wa na do mo ye blavo do yi gbeto do otenji nígbà yin do mlo ye lewe na no godo do akabi o mo na e ba igbon ya mo ja mele sodo ye to fi lo yi san so ile wa igbon mo yi ma so mo yi ma lo yi ene we yin nure yedo to winu yedo yo de asan do go winu he na bo ohando na do dikebo yando yi owe ma kleun de yando no bla ofolo eneweyin nuwe ojetoji do melebi ni yi owe ma yitan do kame so mo alo yitan pego na do dikebo ire bi na mo se lo do alopo do yi menano ochanji na do yin to gbogan to galome me yin we dato Ahmed Ramat Mohammed de no ohwe hodoto we oho daho 18 to otogbome to Abuja we yi alogodo do dra ohwe de ireyo me yin no konto de lana ojanji ona otito de ja dogbon otogbogan sin aisin sin for bibla ina bai de yin mesunu Bola Ahmed Tinubu podo me soyin bode gweton popo do yin de ye torí do ye me bi yin me loklo son yewe loklo me yin mu muslim we iye to kwe loji de ina bai din enewe yin okode ye zelote to Abuja me yin ohwe kodoto to Abuja we yin mesdon ohwe hen dote me yin mesunu Ozigwe Ahmed Momo we do ye ni dikena ye ni ohwe na ni wate monjawe meyin ohwe dato ozi hore mbosi drayin do emayin ohode edo zinzin to ohwe home meyin we dato lo Mohammed sodomlo me don we lowa to me do emayin ogbevi ogbe APC ton monjawe ma soto tito ode idon meyin Tinubu podo bodigwe to po do nukon na do no nukon na ye to chigba ema do huno mon koton na do kambe na ye dagbon to ko ya wi togbe bo nuru do yin fifi oto modo yin no fi de ete ogbo ma damana ohan ni dodu ene we yin ohode wa do melody wa do emile yin emile kode do na ohwekwe ni ze meyin me na no nukon na do yi o to gbogan to APC dali do ye ni dren so dren APC singbe do ye ma no ofulo bibla le jato kwe ji blow anyway edo me e ma ni wana ri e ma no opopo osenpo osen sien alo we ne foton podo ko ene e la to fodeji po we e ma no na osen mi ton de 1999 sin osen mo jawe e sodo e ma yin nu jonu e ade ke nkan yinatin kon do po me dondogo podo gbena po e ma singatin ni domlo ye omi awele bi ye yin o poro na do no ofilo po yin muslim mojawe ohwe odoto eyin hwe dato adomlo nu de do eyin nu eyi le ma yin mana moje mi le so gbe ohwo do ohwe ne oyin hole yi zedan bo e ma so na wa ayi meba o mechele e ma gan le to egbe mi so Peter san le fogbe esun to fun